What is happening, buddy? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy. We're here. We're talking about Washington at Green Bay for Thursday Night Football. And yeah, before we begin, always like one for me. Definitely subscribe to help me and turn y'all know. It's the 7:15 game on 9/11. Um, Commanders versus Packers. Green Bay Packers are 3.5 point favorites. Over/unders at 48. It's a high total. But it's gonna be a good game, to say the least. So yeah. This will be the Thursday game. Again, 9/11, we will never forget. And yeah, let's talk about this late. So starting off with Washington, we're gonna do from the top with the quarterback, Jaden Daniels, 11,000. They were playing from ahead, so Jaden Daniels didn't really have to do too much against the Giants. The QB rating, yeah, was um yeah, 19 for 32, 33 TD. He looked good on the ground. 11,000. It's going to be this Green Bay Packers defense looked electric to say the least. But was that a recipe of Ben Johnson and the Lions, or was that because the defense was really that electric with Micah in the front? Because they were getting it done. This this defense. It was I was watching the game. It was a wild. Um, but that's the question is not talking now about the Packers defense, but what like I said, was it because of Ben Johnson being gone? Are the Lions in a regression state now? What was it? Or was it the pack is back? I believe I tweeted that too. Because that was a great game. 27-13. The Packers were just dominant. So what but like I said, what are we doing with JD Daniels at 11,000? Is he gonna be a raw point sort of guy that where we have to have him? Because we also the running back spot Krosky Merrick 7,000, the price tag went up. And he was the main guy getting it on the ground. 10 for 82. Eckler was 6 for 26. McNichols was 4 for 25. They didn't have to run a ton. Or sorry, they ran it a ton just because they were up the 10 carries, but 8.2 average, one TD, the longest was 42. I mean, he looked great. So at 7,000, again, did we need the raw points from him or what? Because yeah, Rodriguez was inactive. That was wild. I did not expect that. McNichols 2A, I'm not really getting to. Heckler at 6'8". The shoulder, yeah, he was limited in practice. It looked like the snaps were limited as well. Six carries. The running back spot is what's interesting to me. The receiver spot, we know Brown who's questionable. We need to watch the news on that. He should be playing though. Debo Samuel 8'6". He was going to get on the ground as well. Um, 1 for 19 with the TD. So I like him at 8'6". Um, and the other receiver, McLaurin, it's hard to get to because of how much this team runs and how much this team spreads the ball out. And McLaurin might be my fade at 9,000. He might be my fade. Um, it might be happening. I mean, 4 for 45 for Amon St. Brown. If McLaurin gets that, where it's not gonna work. I know this is a different team, of course, but still. Um, Lane at 1.6 saw two targets. He could be a dart throw value. McCaffrey put a big old zero. So yeah, the targets were all over the place. Chris Moore 1 for 34. Yeah, again, but they didn't really need to pass. Tight end spot Zach Ertz 5'8". It's a decent price tag. I mean, we know he's the security blanket for J.J. Daniels. Let's go to the Packers. Um, Jordan Love now 10,000. He had a good game on paper. It looked good. 60 for 22, 188, two touchdowns. It looks good on paper. DFS, that wasn't really fantastic at 15, but again, this is Showdown. We might just need the raw points. Josh Jacobs at 10.6 is the price that I don't know what to do with. That's a high price tag for Josh Jacobs. That's a really high price tag. And the run stopping, if we go to, yeah, Tracy Tipper 24, they were not getting it done on the ground, the Giants. But again, this is a different team. We can't we have to take that into consideration. Emmanuel Wilson, Brooks, not really getting to it, but yeah, Josh Jacobs 10.6. It's gonna be hard to fit in all these guys. We'll build in a second though. We'll build. The receivers are all banged up. Wicks is questionable. Um, Dobbs 4,000, great price tag, looked great. Four targets. Matthew Golden looked okay. 2 for 2. So if we look back at the yeah, 2 for 68, 3 for 45, 2 for 30, Kraft had 2 for 16, Golden had 2 for 16. Um, Dobbs was one of the main go-to guys, and along with Jaden Reed. Reed, we know the speed is there at 82. He's a captain viable option. I would have captain Dobbs as well at 4,000. If we're gonna try to build, like I said, um, it's gonna be hard to fit in all these studs. So say we go to Reed. Can we fit in Love, Jacobs, Daniels? 3,000. It's gross. You're gonna have to get to a Savion Williams sort of guy. Hmm. You're gonna have to get to yeah. This is disgusting. Maybe a Musgrave, but again, that's 3-7. Wicks, no Brown. Yeah. Say okay. Let's try Dobbs. Okay, that kind of gives us a little bit more breathing room. That yeah, that gives us a lot more breathing room than the Wicks. Yeah, so that's a Green Bay onslaught, which is Jaden Daniels. Um, this is gonna be a great game, I think. Though this is gonna be the game of I think the week. Well, so that's what I'm looking at. And again, if we look back at the tight end spot with Tucker Kraft, just to recap, Musgrave at 2-4, and then Fitzpatrick, I'm not getting to. I'm not getting to Ben Sims either. So that mainly just Tucker Kraft. So that breaks down this lake for us, though. Thank you for tuning in to the Great and Safe Rest night, everybody. Have a good one.